Hey traders, Jim here. Let's go over our trades this week and kind of take a look at what we did. It wasn't a big week. We've already had a really good month, and this was the last week of July. So we'll be going into August with a great start as far as what's coming up and what our expectations are. So for the last week of July, we wound up with really only one pure trade, and that was for FCX. And we sold the $56 strike price, made 136 minus commissions. If you look at this, annualized rate of return is about 38%. Really nice trade on a pretty safe, very low risk stock. So again, just a great trade. Since then, the stock has rallied up to about 62, and it's an August 21st expiration, so we'll see. I might be able to get out of this early within the next week or two, keep most of that profit and free that money up again. We'll see. All right. Now, the second thing I did this week, this is difficult to really kind of walk through and understand, so I'm going to do my best. But I got out of all of our PayPal positions. So let's go to the closed positions here. We actually also closed out a SoFi trade right up here. We made $134 on this one, and it was a covered call, strike price $23. I decided that the stock had dropped quite a bit after earnings. I decided to close this out. I bought it back for $16 in case the stock rallied back up over the next few days, and it still might. So we're sitting on this 23 right here. I'm going to hold this for just a little bit, and if the stock rallies back up, I'll write another covered call on this, or I'll wait till some of my others, the 17s that I've got and the 16s that I've got, until they become available, and then I'll dollar cost average with those. All right, so also we've got this PayPal, and what I decided to do, I had November strike prices on covered calls on both of these. I was assigned this at $54 for a contract, 100 shares, and I was assigned again at 47 for 100 shares. The stock was sitting about $44 on this day-ish, right? And then all of a sudden, somebody comes along to buy it, and stock shoots up above my $55 covered call price, which is $1 above what I got it for. So what I did is I closed these covered calls, and you can see I took losses on these. And I made a little chart to show this, but the first one, we took an $866 loss. And that was, you can see I made $400 and it cost me to buy it back. Net was minus $866. And then I took a $439 loss on the $55 cover calls that I bought back as well. Now let's go over here so I can explain this. So you can understand this was not a losing trade. All right, it's going to show a losing trade on the premium collected, and I'll go back to that in a second. But it's a winning trade because I closed the stock out. The reason I did that is there's a deal on the table for PayPal right now. If that deal falls through, this stock is more than likely coming back down. So I'm going to wait. All right, if the deal doesn't follow through, then PayPal's no more and they've been bought out, okay? And that's why I've decided to make this call. I didn't want to sit here till November with a stock that just isn't going to do anything. So if you look at the trade here, we had two PayPal wheels going, both assigned, carrying covered calls out to November. The stock jumped 17% in a day on buyout speculation. And here's what it cost to get out. 4 transactions on the same day. 2 of them took losses on their own. So if you look at the $47 lot here, I had a $47.50 covered call on it. I sold it originally for $4. That's what I made, $400, and I bought it back for $12.65. So it cost me $1,265 to buy it back. We lost the difference in between the two, and that's $866.10 after commissions. The 54s are a little bit different, but still the same line. I bought 100 shares at 54. I sold at 55 November, again, covered call. I made it $2.40 on that, and I bought it back for $6.78, losing $439.30. Now on the stock, because the 47s that were assigned were now at $58.50, I made $1,150 on. And then on the 54 lot, and again, I got assigned at 50, made $450 on. The net profit at the end of the day was $294. So I give a few hundred, maybe $400 back total, but I don't have to sit there on this trade until November and risk, number one, the deal falling apart and this whole thing to drop back down, putting me in a much worse position than I was in right here to still keep a profit on this trade. I was really happy to keep a profit. And if I go back to the trade journal and sort of ticker performance snapshot, and then we'll go look at the ticker itself. If you look at PayPal right here, we've made total income on PayPal. This is total. This includes the stock sale as well as all of our losses that we took and everything. We still made $1,025, so really happy on this. Net premiums were in a loss, okay? But I'm okay with this. We won't see this very often, all right? But I'm okay with this because I took money on the stock, $1,600 on the stock. And so the closed total income and closed profit and losses on this thing are $1,025. Now, I don't have any PayPal left. We have closed 12, plus we had 2 shares. All those are closed as well. All these positions are closed. You can see the 2 assigned here. And then here's the shares, and you can see those are both sold. So just a good little trade. Come on over to OptiTrades and like and subscribe to this video if you like what you're seeing here. And we'll see you over at OptiTrades. Have a good one.